Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be doing more work on the expansion table here, and today we're going to be focusing on the road as well as the retaining wall out front. So let's get started. All right, so this is what the area currently looks like. I have the Holiday Main Street set next to the track here, and then I have the Tudor Corner and the police station, and then the boutique hotel and this side of the street as well. My plan is to have the road come through this way to the edge of the table here. It's going to stay on this piece of wood here, and then I'm going to create a bridge out here for it, and then I'll probably make some details underneath here as well, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And then down here is going to be the water, but we're going to not focus on that today. We're going to be up here for the most part, and then down here is an 8-stud gap in between each of the base plates here, and I want that to be a walking path. I could move these buildings over 8 studs and then make this a full 16 in here, but I don't know how I feel about that. I like having them close together, actually. I think that looks pretty good, and I quite like that. So I'm going to try and keep this if I can help it. So without me talking too much, let's just jump right in and start placing the roads in. All right, so I'm starting with that first section right there that is by the train crossing and also the Holiday Main Street set. And this is pretty much it here. It's pretty simple. This is just a leftover ballasting from the switch track there. And then this stuff right here is the MILS plate height roads, which is literally just the road plate and then a plate underneath that you can see with the lime green and also the yellow here. And then you just put that on top, and then since I use the sidewalk extensions, I add the plate on top, and then that's pretty much it. And then you can go ahead and you can place this into the section here. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but actually, no, that works. And then, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the buildings will also have to get raised up, obviously, but not super worried about that right now. My main concern is just getting the roads in, because that's what bothers me more. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. And then I use the 2x2 bricks just to hold it together for the time being, just because there's not a grid interlocking it right now. So once everything goes in and I have the 2x4 tiles on the road, then everything will be good to go. But now that that's done, let me go ahead and start working on these other plates here, and then we can continue. I think what my plan is to do actually is, because this is 32 studs here, which is 2 road plates. This is 32 studs, which is 2 road plates. And then there's this 8-stud gap here. So what I'm thinking is I'll do 2 road plates and then a third and a fourth, which will bring me out to about here, I want to say. And then this road plate here is going to sit on this bottom base plate, and it's not going to have a base plate up top here. I think that's the way to go. I might change that plan, but that's what I'm currently thinking. And then we can kind of just build up from this base plate here. And I think that'll look pretty good, but let me get started on that and I'll show you guys what I come up with. All right, so I went ahead and I did this section here, which is going to sit here, as well as that one right there. And I actually went ahead and I took one of the bright green base plates that I had, and I didn't mind cutting it because it was I got it at such an extreme discount. And so I ended up cutting 4 8x32 sections out of it. And for those of you that are extremely against cutting base plates, I personally do it just, well, for one, to save a lot of money. And 2, I don't cut extreme sizes out of it. Like, I don't cut a 3-stud long strip and then a 25x17 square, a rectangle, and then, like all these weird shapes. I cut them in grids, so if I ever need to put them back together, I can easily do that. And so this 8x16 is actually, the road plate is only on half of the base plate here, and then the other half of the road plate is going to sit on this base plate here, so that will support that side. And then so all I have to do is just go in and connect that in, and that is pretty much it for these first 6 road plates here. And I still have 2 more to do, which are right here. And then I have to just figure out how I want to do that. So let me think about it really quick, and then I will also add in the sidewalk extensions, and I'll let you guys know what I come up with. All right, so as you can see, the height of this raised platform here that the road is sitting on is 12 bricks tall. And so that is pretty good as a baseline, just to know what I'm working with here. But I'm still not sure if I want to have the beach in this area here, or maybe if I want to move it down here and then I put the pier where the beach is going to be. Either way, one half of this lower section is going to be beach and the other half of it is going to be a pier and like a boardwalk and stuff like that. So I just have to figure out which side I want to do it on. And specifically under this road here and also along most of this front section here, I want to have a retaining wall. I think that would look pretty good. And so I've actually been getting a bunch of arches at the pick-a-brick wall for the last few months. And so I want to use these. And so actually this design comes from Mr. Bookie Boo, actually. I've been watching his videos for quite a while. And he was the first person that I saw that used these arches and made retaining walls for his city, because he has different levels to his as well. And so I thought that was a really good idea, and I want to see if I can make a version of that today with these road plates on the top here and then the base plates on the bottom. So that's what we're going to try and do today. And so I'm going to try and come up with a design or two here, and I'll show you guys what I come up with. All right, so I've actually been pretty busy over here, and ignore these other pillars here. I've been just trying to keep the road here just to kind of visualize it better. And so this is what I've been working on here, this little section right here of this retaining wall. And I wanted it to curve or like go under the road here, so then the water could pass through. And then obviously this would look a lot nicer than this currently does. But I think this is actually starting to shape up pretty nicely. I like the big arches on each section here. And I was thinking of maybe doing a detail like this with these hinge bricks here, and then putting a shield tile on top and then figuring out something for the bottom. But as you guys can see, I don't have nearly enough pieces to even make this in the wrong colors. So I have to definitely place an order once I figure out the exact design. But I quite like this, and I think this is good. My only gripe with this is that I can't do it on the corner. So I have to figure out how I want to do that, because the hinge brick would come out too far if I did it like that. So I'm not a huge fan of that, so I'll have to figure something else out then for the corners if I do want to keep this. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. And then the random colored bricks down here are just because I'm not planning to have it be that low. I want to have the sand built up to that point, or maybe even a little bit higher. If I choose to put the beach here, or if I choose to put the beach there and then the pier here, it's obviously not going to be at base plate height. So I'm putting it up a little higher just to save myself a couple extra pieces, and also because no one's ever going to see that once this is all done. But I think this looks good. And then the top here is 4x4 plate, just half under the road plate and then half exposed. And once I get the sidewalk extension in for this section here, which I will do before the end of this video, I want to go ahead and create like a little test sample of this just to kind of show you guys what exactly my thought process is, because I don't think I can explain it very good. So I'm going to try and build it, and I'll show you guys what I come up with. All right, so this is kind of what I was thinking here with having the 4x4 plate come underneath the road plate here, like it does underneath the arches here. And then I build up a couple layers of plate to match the thickness of the road plate here. And then I actually put a 4x4 plate on top. And then that kind of sandwiches the whole thing together with the plate on the bottom as well as on the side. And then also giving me the sidewalk extension piece on the edge here. And then that gives me room for the sidewalk. And then I can add my lampposts and things like that. And then this fourth stud here is actually for a wall here. And obviously this is pretty boring and pretty plain, but I think it gets the idea across of what I want to do here. And obviously I can add more details as time goes on. But overall, I'm really happy with this. I think this is looking really good. And I actually took a before picture. So that's what it looked like at the start of the video. And this is what it looks like right now. And so overall, I'm really happy with this. I think it looks great. And I did go ahead and also add in the sidewalk extension on this side as well. I just ripped this up from the section all the way over there. But on that note, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what I did, make sure to like the video and subscribe, as well as click the bell notification so you don't miss any future uploads. If you guys have any feedback for me on this retaining wall style here, and also with this road bridge here as a whole, make sure to drop a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.